What do you think, man? You excited? All right, we're gonna send it in.
Patriots decide we're taking Drake Maye. A lot of pressure on Drake Maye. Still in the shadow of Tom Brady, and the fans will generally know, yeah, we could have traded that pick and gotten a lot of stuff to help make the team better.
The New England Patriots are obviously coming off the greatest dynasty in all of sports, so it was expected that they were going to have to rebuild. And I think they just made the move that is going to change things for decades. Am I saying that it's going to happen overnight? Absolutely not. Am I saying they are going to be a good team this year? Also no, but I think they are on the right track, and I was a big fan of Drake Maye before they even picked him. So now it's time to start building around the young core they have. So I want to talk about what the outlook of this team is coming into 2024, and also why I think the future can be so bright with completely new players and a new coaching staff. But before I begin, I would really appreciate it if you would drop a like and subscribe. It only takes 5 seconds, plus you can always change your mind. We are now on the road to 30k subscribers, and with your support, I believe we can get there super fast. So a couple of days ago, ESPN came out with their power rankings, and ESPN ranks the Patriots number 30 in the NFL. This is pretty awful, considering that there are 32 teams in the league. So ESPN is telling us that the Patriots are the third worst football team on paper in the entire league. And my question to you is, do you think that's disrespectful? I don't think any of us could have expected them to be near the top or even middle of the rankings, but this just shows that the NFL doesn't take this team serious at all. They have a new head coach and basically a whole new coaching staff, which I'm going to talk about later on. And they have a new QB who has been really exciting to everyone so far the first few days of rookie camp. And we all know that this team still has a solid defense. Really, all of their good players come on the defensive side of the ball. Offensively, I don't think they have a single guy that is top 5 or even top 10 in the league at their position. You could argue Stevenson, but I think it would take an amazing season for him to even reach that top 10 spot. And they don't have a lot of big names in the receiving core either. So long story short, I think the Patriots still have a long way to go in their rebuilding process, but I think they are beginning to lay the foundation down for what they can become. So, I know Drake Maye is obviously the big news right now, but the thing to me that was the biggest change for this organization was obviously moving on from Belichick to Mayo. I honestly liked this guy before they even hired him, but I know a lot of fans wanted Frable from Tennessee, but ultimately, I think they still got a great leader who knows the Belichick system and will be able to put his own spin on things to help guys develop the fastest. And I was just recently listening to a podcast he was in, and he's a super humble guy, is willing to listen and learn from anyone with experience. And he knows what he doesn't know and what he does. I think he's really going to be able to connect with the young players, and this is going to be the start of something special. Anyways, getting into some news for this team, the Patriots on Monday announced they signed 4 rookie free agents after the conclusion of rookie minicamp and released veteran running back Keyshawn Vaughn. They signed running back Terrell Jennings, offensive guard Ryan Johnson, linebacker Jay Person, and defensive end Jatham Russell to their roster. All 4 players were at rookie minicamp on Friday and Saturday. The Patriots will receive a roster exemption for Russell, an Australian rugby player converting to defensive end, through the International Pathway Program. Jennings played 44 games at Florida A&M and finished with 281 rushing attempts for 1,860 yards and 24 touchdowns. The 6'2", 306-pound Johnson played both guard and tackle during his college career. His college career started at Duquesne before he transferred to Youngstown State, where he started 13 games at guard in 2023. Vaughn signed to the Patriots practice squad after he was released by the Tampa Bay Buccaneers in December 2023. Vaughn did not appear in a game for New England last season. Anyways, Coach Mayo might not be as hardlined as Bill Belichick when answering questions from reporters, but he delivered a Belichick-type response when asked of his first impressions of quarterback Drake Maye at rookie minicamp. He has a lot to work on, Mayo said Saturday, repeating himself. But I have no doubt that he will put the time in. He was here all night trying to get on the same page as everyone else. Maye split repetitions with fellow rookie Joe Milton, the 6th-round pick from Tennessee whose powerful arm was on display. Joe is my guy. I got to know him through college and saw him down at the Peyton Manning camp. We're just competing. 2 rookies in here trying to learn it, Maye said. I think we both have strong arms, so just out here trying to let it rip. 4th-round pick Layden Robinson, a guard from Texas A&M, added, I love his energy and intensity when he's in the huddle, so you've always just got to bring your best energy too. The Patriots have multiple assistant coaches with a focus on quarterback. Alex Van Pelt, T.C. McCartney, Ben McAdoo, and Evan Rothstein, with Mayo saying he expects Van Pelt to be the primary voice for Maye. Anyways, now I want to talk about the skill position players around Drake Maye, because like I said, I think this team lacks talent, but they still have a few players that could put together a surprising season. So starting off, they have Kendrick Bourne. He only put up around 400 yards last season, but again, don't even really look at the numbers because the Patriots offense was just that bad all year long. He did score 4 touchdowns though, with an average of 11 yards per catch. Behind him will be Demario Douglas, whose stats also weren't pretty last year, with 561 yards and no touchdowns. Then behind him will be Jalen Polk, who put up nearly 1,200 yards with 10 touchdowns at Washington last season and played a big role on helping them get to the national championship game. At tight end, the Patriots have Hunter Henry, who is actually a solid player, but like I've been saying, overall, there was just not a lot of firepower on this offense. And that is why I think Drake Maye could struggle in his first year, and I wouldn't even be against him sitting for a little bit to gain knowledge first, before throwing him out into the wild basically by himself. But since the Patriots don't have that many weapons, all that means is that they have the salary cap space to bring some in the future. And assuming they have another bad season, they could end up with another very high pick, and from there, they could do what the Chicago Bears did and trade or bring in a star, draft a top prospect, and then all of a sudden, from nothing, you will have a pretty elite receiving room around Maye. But really, this season is just about letting all the young guys and the young coaching staff get a feel for how they want to run things and learn what works for them and what doesn't. It's going to be a bumpy road. I think there's going to be some fun times, but there's also going to be some times where this doesn't look like an NFL team. But I'm glad they chose to actually do things the right way and rebuild, because so many times a franchise will keep a few stars around a weak roster just to be mediocre and go 8-9. And I think things will pan out for the best when we look back at this team in a couple of seasons. But yeah, that's really all I have for this video. Thank you all so much if you made it to this point, and if you enjoyed and haven't yet, make sure to drop a like and subscribe, because your support truly does mean the world. And also, follow me on Instagram, because I am posting tons of cool sports content every single day. And until next time, I will see you all later.